First set, for me, a big key. Francis wins it, takes the air out of the sails of Shelton a little bit. That's going to be majorly in his favor.
There's all the makings of a very, very fine contest. It'll be Tiafoe to get it underway.
Well, there's a play just right off the bat that he might utilize a lot today. Just rushing the second serve there, likes to do that, especially in the deuce court. Got high-level intuition at the net.
Interesting to see early stages how deep he is off that first serve return as well. Something they've been looking at.
It's way back. I like the idea of way back on the first serve, maybe take a bigger cut at it, and then up on the second. Nice depth in that two-hander there. Another key to watch for in this match is the Ben Shelton backhand. How well is he hitting that backhand? How many errors is he making over on that backhand? For me, the better he hits the backhand, the better it makes his forehand. And I think his serve also starts to feed off of it. All of the confidence comes when he's really consistent with that two-handed shot. Doesn't have to torque the forehand as much.
Yeah, there's Wayne Ferreira. He's got all the data in front of him, of course. Coach has been given that this year. Coach is able to look at a few different aspects tactically within the match on that particular tablet there that he's got in front of him. Brett Waltz on the left-hand side there does a lot of the physical work with Tiafoe.
Yes. A couple of double faults. It shows you Francis is feeling him a little bit on those second serve returns. Of course, just early nerves, as everybody's going to feel that when they walk out on a court like this.
A big-time injection of pace from this man.
One of the things I really like about this version of Francis Tiafoe is he's sort of matured as a player, is he doesn't panic in moments like these. He gets a little bit down on a serve, throws in a couple doubles. Here he is pounding forehands. That's a nice shot. Good fist pump early, get this crowd involved. Important.
Not too many players that can get a crowd involved like this man, are there? Well, this opening game's had a bit of everything.
Dad's happy with that lob. A little casual on the volley here. Just blocking it away. Didn't need to do much with that.
One thing both these guys have is great swagger, isn't it, on the court? They have that kind of belief in themselves.
Advantage Shelton.
Little off-pace return, drawing the error. He's going to try to get the ball over to that forehand side. The higher forehands can be tricky for Francis.
Yes.
Well, he has changed over the last couple of seasons, isn't it? His ability and willingness to take that first serve on. Because in years past, it was a serve that at one point started the point.
Yes, or he'd kick it over that way.
Yeah.
And maybe even serve and volley there. I like what he did there. Just big out wide, owns it, knows he can hit it, step up to the line and just get it done.
Oh.
Clean looking volley.
Advantage, Tiafoe.
Good court coverage there from Shelton. Pretty good drop shot here. Just didn't quite do enough with it. Nice play from Tiafoe.
Okay, Tiafoe.
Testing opening hold.
First game. Ben Shelton to serve.
Shelton, little stat there with those 149s against Tommy Paul. 2 in 1 game, in fact, and then saying he's not really going for the speed. He's not trying to break those speed records necessarily. But if it happens, he'll take it.
Yeah, we were very interested to learn, weren't we, earlier on, of a little change in the equipment. He's just kind of fiddled around with the strings a little bit. He's got slight change in the strings. He's actually got 2 different tensions as well. 3-pound difference, we've been told, between the cross and the mains in the strings this year.
Good speed there from Big Foe. Yeah, Nick, talking about the string tension, and you found that information out just recently. It was a new change.
Yeah, and I think that the sort of suggestion is that actually it brought him a lot more control, particularly here in New York. They've just tried to fiddle around with things, and he's got a little more control on the ball. Of course, has been a little wild at times this summer.
And namely on that forehand. It's the important one, where he can land it deep in the court, bring it down.
Harnessing the power, isn't it, Jan, for Ben, a lot of it.
Absolutely. Well, he can just hit a giant ball off the forehand side. Of course, we talked about the serve a lot, but the forehand is huge. Bringing it down with a little bit of extra spin is going to give him even more confidence. We were looking at some of the other stats of how good he is on the serve +1. That's serve, get a forehand, and execute. He's doing that very well.
It's been the frequency with which he's delivered the first serve as well over the course of these championships. He's been touching around 70% first serves, and you've got to couple that in with a pace. That's kind of John Isner's sort of consistency. It
is, and big server, you're always looking at anything over 65%. You're fairly happy with. If you can get up in the 70s as a big server, you're very happy with that. It was always my goal on court, try to get above 65% with the first serve. If you're hitting your spots right, very difficult to break a big server with those kinds of stats. Right there, that's the play I'm looking for in this match from Francis. It's get the short ball. Boy, he was in there fast. That was a nice play. Look how quickly he realizes there's an opportunity on this shorter slice. Make him pass you on that backhand side.
Bad chip lob, but
30-15.
Tiafoe, I think, will be a little disappointed he wasn't able to make the most of it.
Almost clipped Ben with it.
Yeah.
He had to get out of the way of that. Dramatic. Francis naturally has a good amount of spin on that serve when he wants it. He did the hard work to create the other serves. That's the T serve into the forehand and out wide. We've seen that a couple times already. The pronated serve, he's had to do the work on that, but the
Tiafoe.
So relatively stress-free hold. As Dad watches on.
Tiafoe leads by 2 games to 1 per set. Love 15.
We'll see a few double faults from Shelton tonight. Goes big on that second serve.
Yeah, average second serve speed 107 miles an hour this week. It is way up on the other 7 quarterfinalists. Talk us through the challenges of facing the Shelton serve, Jan, because obviously visibly we see it move. What are the difficulties in returning it?
Well, he has so much spin on it. He just hits so much spin, especially on that second serve, but he also can kick that first serve and almost kick it over some of his opponents, but then he can throw in the heater, he can throw in the slice serve on both courts. He's got a lot of variety, so you don't know what he's going to do.
13-15.
Heater. Just a slow 119. Plenty of pace on the line there. Oof.
So explosive. Wasn't a bad return, was it? But he still got absolutely no change out of it.
If anything, maybe Francis could have gotten a little more depth on it, but it's a good second serve. Like I said, look at that 107. That's a lot to deal with, so not a bad return regarding the speed that it comes in with.
40-30.
And that then ties in with what you were talking about earlier on in terms of his ability to get the forehand into play.
The thing is, he's going to keep taking big cuts at that forehand. He's going to miss some. He's going to hit some big winners. We've already just seen that just in this game. Tough for Francis to get rhythm. How about that return, Nick? Got to be happy with that if you're Francis there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where that short swing on the backhand really helps him, isn't it? He's able just to almost block this back. Look how short it is, just out to the ball early and redirect it.
Just using the pace of the serve, really, to generate there. And that's right there one of the reasons he takes out so many lefties. That great backhand sort of takes away that weapon that most lefties possess, especially in the ad court.
Advantage, Shelton.
These lights are right in my eyes in the deuce.
Just about 94 miles an hour in that forehand.
Yeah,
that is moving.
so was that. Shelton's first night match of this US Open. And you just heard him say there he's just having a little difficulty with the lights. Slight change, usopen.org. Do head there if you haven't already. There is so much to see. Got all the highlights on there. We've got your draws, your stats, your scores. Check out who's playing where and when tomorrow. It's a wheelchair action, of course, really kicking in now.
Shelton just taking that forehand right at Foe there. He's got good hands at the net, but couldn't do enough with that volley.
Fabulous get, wasn't it?
Those lights can be tricky to deal with at night on this court. I had to clip the very back of the line. Nice second serve. Shelton looking for a call there.
Doing a good job, isn't he? Just making it difficult over that backhand corner. Just forcing Tiafoe to panic a little.
Yeah, he's thrown up sort of an off-pace, it's a bit of a strange shot. It seems purposeful when Francis is coming forward. High backhand volley, it's tough to put that ball away.
Yeah, insisting on using the two hands as well, isn't he? With that shot, almost makes it a bit tougher.
30 all.
Brian, of course, who left his post at the University of Miami. Florida, excuse me. After such a successful reign there.
Sneaky good backhand, and he was coming forward to play. Remember, he likes that one. Spin serve. Didn't quite get out far enough.
He did a great job of cutting the angle, didn't he?
See, he just mouthed over to his crew over there wide. He thinks it's going wide. Francis has gone over there before on some big points. He goes T. Well done, Tiafoe. Good change-up.
Yeah, there's the danger of that deep position when you've got a serve that's moving. You just leave yourself a little exposed when you're that far back, don't you, to the being able to get there.
Advantage, Shelton.
Well, talking to Brad Gilbert in the hallway there, he said he wasn't going to hit too many drop shots. Well, it's a couple of drop shots now on deuce points. One was productive. That one could cost him.
Juice.
Nick loving how fast Tiafoe's getting up to those short balls. So important you get there as quickly as possible. Not overrun it, but make sure you try to take away time from your opponent, especially one that can hit the spots and strike the ball as well as Ben Shelton.
Yeah, we've had 38 points already. Not even 5 games in. Was a little untidy. Drop shot again wasn't great. And options on the pass.
I'm just not sure how many times you want to invite Shelton forward. He can deal with those lower balls, and as I mentioned at the beginning of this match, his intuition at the net it's pretty impressive. He reads the plays.
It's a break for the 20-year-old. And look what it means to him. He's animated. He's up 3-2.
Shelton leads by.
He's just a little meaner out there right now in this week, it seems like. He's certainly comes to play in all his matches, but I really feel like he feels like he belongs there now at this level. And it's one thing, Nick, to go out and play great tennis against the best players in the world, but it's another to go out there and defeat them. And, you know, you have to forget who's across the net and take care of your own thing. And he's doing that more and more.
And when you've got a forehand as big as that, you're going to take the opportunity to get in when you can.
Also at 6'4", Shelton moves awfully well. He also, as I mentioned, he reads the plays, so he's looking to come forward there off the big forehand and take that as a sneak volley. He was right on top of the net.
30-15.
Shelton up to 27 in the live rankings. After this run, will be top 20 if he can win tonight. That's guaranteed. So got that at stake for him as well.
Ooh, they like it. They like it. Anything over 140. I don't know what that was.
Ambitious, that's what that was.
It wasn't. It was also not going to be in the service box he was aiming for, I don't think. Turn around and do that. Again, and I know we mentioned, we'll probably mention it again as we watch this match. It's just difficult. You don't get much rhythm against a player like that.
Yeah. Who did you play in your day that was a similar feeling in terms of just not getting that many balls back and you're sort of struggling to find that consistency out there? And how did it feel as a player on the opposite side of the net?
Well, one of the guys who I think has one of the best serves of all time, Wayne Arthurs. Wayne Arthurs, who was
Shelton leads by 4 games.
a very good player, and a player that I had good results against, but it was so many 7-6 in the thirds that I somehow was able to eke out. And he would pour into the net, didn't have the kind of ground strokes that Ben Shelton possesses. Good volleyer and giant serve. Could mix it up like this. Could hit all the spots flat or with a kick or with spin. It is difficult when you start to have to guess out there. For me, Nick, I hated guessing on the court. I wanted to react. I wanted to take away the weapons. What serves do these players hit the best? When you don't have an answer to that question, what their favorite serve is, you don't even know that. Makes things tough. Pete Sampras, of course, also was unpredictable in where he was going to serve. What was he going to do in the second serve? Well, you don't know. He might throw in 120 mile-an-hour heater. And I don't think their games are the same, but you talk about Shelton and you think about how big he hits the forehand, he takes big chances. Pete used to do that early in matches. He'd hit these huge forehands, didn't care if he missed them, especially on receiving serve.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he'd shore it up, make you play points.
A very special point. Tiafoe did so well to cling on for as long as he did. But Shelton right now has got all the answers.
15-30.
You just listen to the sound of that forehand when he connects on it, when he's really going big with it. It's a different level of forehand. Well done from Francis to hang in that rally. That's sort of what I'm talking about. All of a sudden he plays a point like that where Shelton's hunkering in and staying in the point. Can be a little tricky to do, but I think on the second serves it might be a good idea for Tiafoe to go into the body a little bit. Try to handcuff Shelton when he moves up on that line.
Oh.
30-40.
A little fearful as well of how aggressive Shelton's been off the second. He's definitely feeling it at the moment.
Well, we're seeing Francis move that second serve around. He's gone a lot into the forehand side. That one directed into the forehand to not allow sort of that barge shot that he takes and comes forward on.
Ben Shelton.
It's super impressive from Ben Shelton.
New balls, please.
So far, so good for the 20-year-old, who will get an opportunity to serve for the first at 5-2.
First set.
Translates pretty close to, I had a bigger racket head that I played with, so new balls he'll serve with here. 2 breaks of serve.
15-love.
But tight's important. Take that big of a swing at both the forehand and the backhand. He's been hitting the backhand well, and I mentioned before, that backhand drives the forehand confidence. It's looked good so far.
Oh.
He's got Tiafoe thinking, hasn't he? There's a lot of variety in the serve speed as well. Not been able to find his best out there right now. Much of that, I'm sure, to do with what his opponent's doing. Mark Hine at the back there on the top left. As he looks after the event in DC. Good friend of Francis's. He's doing the Washington Castles, didn't he? Great World Team Tennis lineup they had.
Used to see Mark Hine in all my matches
13,
against me.
15.
Not all of them, but often. I played for Boston. Mark has a lot of passion for the game. He's done a lot of great stuff for tennis.
Let's proceed.
Oh.
14-15.
Unbelievable. Kick toss tee. The old trick. It's tough to read. So it looked like that was coming out to the backhand side.
Tough to read. He's been tough to play in this opening set. Has Shelton chances to put it on ice?
Thank you. Yeah, that's it, Shelton.
40 devastating minutes from Ben Shelton.
2-2.
And it's the 20-year-old that takes charge of this quarterfinal. He takes the first. 6-2. Win here tonight.
See if Francis gets that reset that he needs here.
What do you want to see more of from Tiafoe, Jan, in this second set? How much was in a case of him being outplayed, or what was the balance there, did you feel?
Well, he lost a couple close games, didn't he? Some of those drop shots weren't the right shot at the moment. I've liked his trips forward, so maybe more of that. Remember, he missed a couple high backhand volleys too. So when you think about it, sort of in total, really keep missing those high backhand volleys? I don't think so. It's a bit of a strange play as a response to some of the rallies from Shelton. It was a good one and it paid off. But I think just executing a little bit better on those trips forward, especially, like I said, on those higher backhand volleys, if he sees more of them. Maybe a few less drop shots
Tiafoe.
That's a look of determination as he charges to his chair.
First game, second serve.
A good set of tennis from him. So not many opportunities really for Francis on the return side of things. And I think, Nick, Shelton likes being unpredictable on the serve. He spoke about those big first serves that he hit, the 149s.
The one thing that, from what we're led to believe, Shelton has struggled with a little bit since January is the transition and the changes week in, week out on the tour. The different balls, different conditions, different surfaces. There's Chris Eubanks, of course, who actually was out courtside with his good friend Ben Shelton earlier on today. Obviously, when you're playing college, conditions are pretty similar most weeks, aren't they? Using the same ball.
Yeah, that's one of the tough things about the tour.
Yeah.
Different ball every week, maybe.
Yeah.
Different surfaces, even hard courts play different. Faster, slower, grittier. You got to figure out how your game's going to apply best to that surface during the week.
15.
Can you hit a little bit bigger and it's going to pay off? Do you need to grind a little bit more from the baseline? It's tough. Plus all the travel, you get used to that.
Yeah.
Freshman year for Shelton, of course, doing that.
Fourteen, 15. Ben Shelton. One game
He's hitting
more.
a big
Second
ball,
set.
particularly on the forehand side. Just been told he's got about 8 miles an hour more on his forehand than Tiafoe in that opening set. And that's
Average.
Yeah,
And then the fastest, read that for us.
112 miles an hour.
12-mile-an-hour forehand. That's ridiculous.
It's going nuclear, isn't it?
Long 15.
The thing about that forehand is you can actually, that last one right there, that was nice and well measured. Coming forward, little extra spin on it. Not quite the nuclear forehand that we were talking about. He's done that from the baseline a couple of times, but he can actually put nice arc on it, bring it down in the court. Also get it maybe out of the strike zone of his opponents.
Ferreira. A pretty big forehand himself, did Wayne, didn't he?
Wayne had a great game. Also an excellent backhand. Great competitor, Wayne Ferreira. And a great coach.
13, 15.
Been with Tiafoe for over a couple of years now. He's really been able to get the blinkers on him, hasn't he?
Well, and I like Francis made a decision, hired him, and they really worked it out and have stayed together. And it's really paid off, that decision. It's important you put that faith in your coach. Then you got to stick to it. Guess what, Nick? Not every week is great.
Yeah, too true.
Francis have to towel off out there. Again, it is very humid. Just stepping outside into the air, you feel it.
It's like a steam room out there.
It's like one of those nights where you think, hey, are we playing in a cloud? It's descended on the court.
A devastating combination. And how well has he done in the forecourt again?
30-14.
You're just looking at this play here. Great backhand up the line to open up that forehand. Takes it here. Now this little shot from Francis, that is an excellent shot. Difficult volley for a lot of players, but Shelton covers the whole line, gets over there. Just dies that ball away. Nice little angle. Great point from both players.
He's 10 of 12 now when he has come forwards. No panic. Shot was in his grill again.
Yes.
And if you're Ben Shelton, you're not too unhappy with this play, really. Couldn't quite get much on that volley. Beautiful pass on the backhand side. Expect Francis to make that, but he put the pressure on him. Kind of pressure can mount over the course of a match.
Tiafoe clearly unhappy, thinking it was a double bounce. This will give us a better view.
It did look like a double bounce. Of course, that would have been perfect for the new video review system the US Open has put in place this year. It's cutting-edge technology.
Nacho Forcadell, who was pretty confident he got this one.
Oh, he did get it.
With this.
Perhaps a double hit there as well. There's a couple little things that might have went wrong.
Could be a significant hold. Feels like he needs to get something going here. Needs a platform. Still leading in the second.
Only 2 games to 1 second set. First set, Shelton.
When it's humid, it's probably the toughest part of the season. And often right here at the Open. Not sure what Nacho can change out there. They do have a little cooling system on the sideline during changeovers they can use.
Well, there was one change. Tiafoe very deep off the second serve return. He's been returning pretty short. It's been a problem for him. He's not been able to get the depth on the return.
I think it's a good idea. Change it up a little bit. Let's try some different places to stand, see if it works a little better. If he moves back there, that's going to open up the wide serve, though, especially in the ad court here.
There it is.
Well, Ben sees that. Francis moves back. I think back maybe in the deuce court is the play, and then up closer in the ad court could be useful.
Let for serve. Ben Shelton.
Just making life so uncomfortable.
2 games
That
over.
lefty serve of his.
That's it. He doesn't know when you're going heavy and when you're coming. Let's bring it here. Come on. Keep him off balance.
USOpen.org is your place to go to keep you up to date with everything that's going on here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. What a fortnight it's been.
Oh.
10 days or so, of course. Heading towards the denouement of this event. What an extraordinary run. Shelton from so far back has somehow tracked it down.
Long
How did this ball
15.
jump over the net? Thought that was going to land back on Tiafoe's side of the court.
And he got there with a jog, didn't he? Wasn't even going full out.
His dad can't believe it. That was a good rally. Both guys getting some good depth.
Let for serve.
And again, impressed with how well Shelton's hitting the backhand side. Shot's pretty stable tonight. Also have to mention, so far in this set, just 2 games in, he's at 78% on the first serve. That's an incredible stat for a big server.
It's a remarkable story, isn't it? A guy who really didn't play a lot of tennis in his early days.
That's smart.
Despite the fact his dad, of course, was a coach, they kind of kept him away. We know he played a lot of different sports, American football. He was a bit of a quarterback, great throwing arm, of course, but he really didn't compete a whole lot until he was kind of 13, 14 years of age.
Yeah, it's great to play other sports. It's not the worst thing to skip some of junior tennis. There's a lot of pressure there. Maybe you can avoid some of it. Cultivate some tools that maybe could serve you collegiate tennis, professional tennis. Think about Yannick Sinner, he's similar.
Yep.
He's a skier instead of a tennis player.
Yeah, multi-sports certainly of great value, aren't they? Coordination, various different things you're learning. Of course, you're fresh, Jen, aren't you? You know, if you've been at it since the age of 8 full-time, or 9 full-time,
It's true.
You know, you're not playing as much, you're not as burnt out. You're more hungry, perhaps.
That's an interesting way to look at it. I think I agree with that.
Francis's girlfriend at the back there. Ayan Broomfield. Not been an easy night so far for her man. Yeah, it certainly feels like there's a lot more counter-arguments to early specialization, perhaps these days, than maybe there were in the past. Horses for courses, of course. Everyone's got their own pathway.
That is true.
Tiafoe.
That's what makes this sport so special. It's each to their own. This man looking to plot a path back in here.
2-2. Second set, first set.
They're all getting better together. They all want that top 10. They all want to win a slam. A lot of them starting to believe they can do it.
Yeah.
Love 15.
They're all chasing down two guys at the moment.
Nice lob. A little opportunity. There's Francis showing off some ingenuity and some good speed. So there's 131, by the way.
Shelton on the back foot for once in a service game.
Left first serve.
Like that little chip forehand he was going to hit there. Just get some balls back in play. Let's see if he can make Shelton a little bit nervous.
Did a great job, didn't he? Just making it the toughest possible first volley.
40.
That backhand, just enough spin to get it down on the net tape.
First break points for the 10th seed.
Please.
Really, Ben? That's the volley he hits from love 40 down?
15-40.
Talk about knifing the volley. Let's get another look at this. That's confidence right there on that shot. Still a couple of break points, however, for Francis here.
Tiafoe.
He's made it. Just enough dip on it. And we've got a match on our hands here because Tiafoe has got his first break of the evening.
Tiafoe leads by 4 games, 2-2, second set.
Well, that forehand was exceptional, but I did mention at the beginning of the set he needs to hit that forehand a little bit bigger. Well, there's a bigger one. That was a great game from Francis. Some excellent returns, forcing Ben to play each of those points.
It does feel as though just a little bit more off the ground, isn't there, from this man in this set.
Love 15.
I just feel like he's just pick in the play a bit earlier, doesn't it, as well? He's behind the ball a little bit more than he was perhaps earlier in the match.
Yeah, I do feel like maybe Francis a little tight to begin this match. Seems more focused now. That break of serve is going to help that. He's playing with a little more urgency. I agree with you. It's important.
Oh.
15-13.
Is outrageous. Off a ball that was low.
15-14.
Looked as though the shot was on. Shelton saw it.
Great work, Ben!
And that right there, you look at that forehand, how he's able to bring that back down to the court, flicking the wrist to give it a little bit of spin, and that tighter string tension that he's using in the racket. And that's certainly helping on that forehand like that.
Two chances for a rebreak here.
It's a nice serve there, and it's the serve that I feel you want to take away from Francis on a big point. He likes that one out wide. He can hit the tee, but got to give your opponent something. In fact, Francis, I feel, on the big serves, on the big moments, likes to go out wide in both courts, which is a little bit unique.
Yep. He loves that slider on the juice, doesn't he? Short serve.
It's a great. It goes into the backhand side, of course, of Ben.
Yeah, about 70% of his first serves have gone that way this week on that side.
There was the nuclear forehand.
Yes.
Was it the right time to take it on, Jan?
I don't know about that. Well, got to be happy with a couple of backhands. He actually took a little pace off the backhands. Got the forehand he wanted. It was a little bit into the body there. Couldn't quite swing through it. Nice recovery here from Francis.
Tiafoe.
Got plenty of bounce to that second delivery. Shelton getting a little bit of his own medicine in many ways.
Tiafoe leads by 5 games, 2-2.
Tiafoe is able to hold firm.
Second set.
And extend his
First
lead
set,
here in the
Shelton.
second. To them becoming the best players in the world. And does that separate them from the very good players as opposed to the exceptional ones, do you think?
I think absolutely. You sort of refine all the things that it takes to make you the best player that you can be. And that's things you're doing in the off weeks. That's things you're doing during the tournament weeks. Figuring all those things out. It's a little bit different for everyone, but the idea that you need to do those things to be the best.
15
It's true.
Yeah, I've had a lot of conversations with Jamie Delgado, actually, who coached Andy Murray for a long period in his pomp, and he said the same thing. He said everything that Andy did was tailored every day to how is he going to become the best player he can be. And that is what comes first.
Tall order for Andy Murray to take out the players that he was playing against. Rafa,
15-0.
Novak, Roger.
Yeah.
He figured out a way to do it.
Got himself up to the world #1, of course, end of 2016. Remarkable.
30-15. (40-15). Ben Shelton. New balls, please.
Both players will go for a couple of new sticks, with the new balls coming out.
Lots of equipment changes. Got to be ready with
Tiafoe leads
those.
by 5 games to 3.
Especially starting
Second
rackets
set.
with the new balls. Most players switching with the new balls to keep things that they can control in sort of their hands. Control the controllables, right, Nick?
Absolutely.
Enough.
He does it with a smile on his face. Again, he got there so quick, it almost looked as though he was going to fake him out with the one cross court. Check this out.
Well, Francis did open up that racket face a little bit early there. Pretty easy to read what he was going to do. Not enough backspin on that. That is still an impressive shot. And the smile.
Something we've seen Carlos Alcaraz carry with him, and I know he's done a lot of winning. So obviously you're going to smile when you're winning, right?
But Alcaraz does it when he's losing too. I see the guy is smiling.
Here we go.
All right. A little more advice in the box. The guy is smiling when he loses long rallies because it's so fun for him to run out there, it seems like.
Yeah.
I like the smiling on the court, as long as it's genuine.
Yeah, relishes it, doesn't he?
Hey, these matches are hard. You go out here, you work hard to get to this point
15.
in your tennis career, any sport. But there's nothing wrong with enjoying the moment and enjoying the fight. Crowds into this one.
Yeah, a couple of set points.
(40-30). Game on second set, Tiafoe.
The second of the men's
6
quarterfinals
games to 3.
is all square. The All-American battle is locked at one set apiece.
Third set.
So Ben
Shelton
Shelton
to serve.
to get this third set underway.
Francis definitely more locked in on these
15.
returns. Even that first serve, he got a good contact on it. That last forehand, again, those are the forehands, Mick. I'm looking for a big forehand from him when he has the opportunity. Hit through it. Well done there.
$15.
That could be one of the best shots of the match right there. This is incredible. Huge forehand. Maybe not enough depth on it. Francis finds an angle.
Yeah, that was like an arrow to its target, wasn't it? Never deviated. Got a little opening here in the opening game.
Oh.
That's
it, Ben.
Got to agree with Dad there. That is it. That's the serve +1 that Ben Shelton does so well.
Yeah, still getting a lot of forehands into play off that
Oh.
+1 shot as well tonight.
That's it. That's it.
Oh.
Juice.
Solid stuff there from Tiafoe. Kind of like that play, taking the forehand just right up the middle at Shelton.
He enjoyed that rally, didn't he? Just being able to outlast him there. Hang with him. Just out-tough him a little bit in that exchange. Wait for the error. He's got another one. Mightily effective return.
Advantage Tiafoe.
Most improved component on the court, I think, is the return of serve from Frances Tiafoe over the last set. Able to apply the pressure.
And Tiafoe.
And he smells an opportunity, doesn't he? There's been a huge lift in terms of his body language as well.
First game, third set.
That's a good start. You agree with that, Jan? Just to try and mix the pace up a little bit from the baseline. You feel Francis is sort of feeding off that at the moment.
And Francis is definitely locked in, and he's been dictating and controlling more of the rallies. That's sort of what I'm seeing. So the changeup is maybe a little heavier forehand, higher forehand, and then that slice backhand you can see him utilize. We have seen Shelton kind of redline the ground strokes a little bit more, and Francis looking for it. He's adapted nicely. Another reality, however, is that last game, 38%. That's the percent that he's at in this set. That's not enough first serves against the return of serve of Frances Tiafoe, especially when he's locked in like that. So that cost him. No free points.
What a pass. Had no business producing that from there.
That's the danger about approaching cross court, as you leave up that angle and the line. So difficult to cover the whole court. You can't really do that. Approach the line, you can cover the line a little bit easier. Nice little flick pass from Shelton.
Fifteen, 14.
Not going to miss that.
Shelton.
And Shelton responds in quick fashion.
One game more, third sets.
Here's the value.
Pressing and just muscling the serve a little bit on first. Just relax a little bit with your tempo here. Come on.
Let's
You
go.
don't need all the pace. Come on.
More clear instructions coming his way.
Relax on the serve. That is good advice. Get that toss in the right spot.
15 up.
It's easy, Nick, when you get in situations like this in matches to feel a little bit tight on your serve and to try to muscle it, try to make sure you make those first serves, but it might slow it down, might lose that rhythm.
30 love.
Some nice mental toughness there from Shelton to break back. Right back, in fact, in this third set.
40 love.
taking Dad's advice on board here, isn't he? Goodness me, has it worked out well. Nice and relaxed.
That'll get him going. 146. I think he's going to beat that 149 today. Oh, that was a second serve.
40-15.
Okay.
Yeah, not your average second serve then.
Ben Shelton.
It's a good hold for Ben Shelton.
Keep staying back a little bit on center.
Back in front.
Shelton leads by 2 games
2-1.
to 1.
He's made quite the impression already. What is his first full year on tour?
Fifteen up.
How much room for growth is there in Ben's game, in your opinion, Jan? Because obviously people look at him, they look at his arsenal, they look at his weaponry. Where's the ceiling, do you think? I know it's hard to say because you haven't got a crystal ball, but certainly seems like...
I do. You don't see the crystal ball sitting right there? I think there's a huge amount of growth there. This is his first year, full-time year on the ATP Tour. This is his second quarterfinal in the Slam. He's an athletic, confident individual who has a lot of tools, as you said, an arsenal. Huge forehand, huge serve, great intuition at the net, can change the game up a little bit. He's got a great coach, great crew, pushing him forward, the right attitude. I think we're looking at a player that can win slams. I think, well, he's a contender here. He's in the quarterfinals, isn't he? This is that little opportunity on.
That's loose, and he knows it.
15-14.
Having got the break at the start of this third set, this is somewhat of a drastic transformation.
Close serve there.
Ben Shelton.
From a break down to a break up. The pendulum has swung Shelton's way in the third.
Shelton leads by 3 games to 1. Third set.
USOpen.org. Do go and head there. Download the app. Get all your scores, highlights, news. Available, as always, in the App Store and the Google Play Store.
Pretty impressive for a young player to be able to sort of turn that back around.
15.
Francis gets That break of serve in the third set here, and Ben just mentally tough. Shrugs it off.
Yeah, I think that was 12 or 15 points he won there from
15 all.
down love one.
You think about the most dangerous players that you can come up against is those players that are fearless on the court. You think about fearless and you think about Carlitos Alcaraz is pretty fearless out there. I feel like Ben Shelton's pretty fearless. He makes some plays, does some things that are a little different, takes some chances. That's disruptive. Nice return.
15-13.
I think Francis is going to have to draw on his great experience in this match today. We saw him do it in the second, made some good adjustments. Needs to do it again. Well, that was the fastest serve of the match. Francis didn't care. What a play. What do you think here, Nick? Cover the wide, give him the tee. Got to take that wide serve away.
Yeah. Does he go with the fast ball?
Tiafoe.
A wild finish. There's been a litany of breaks in this third set. It's another one in the books.
People outside enjoying the tennis in the outer courts, and these stadiums have been just packed.
Yeah, I feel like all the majors are kind of trying to expand their space, aren't they, to fit more and more people in, such is the... Just a great place that tennis is in at the moment.
It's wonderful. So many more people playing the sport, enjoying the sport. Great place to get energized. I love the fan week at the beginning. During the qualifying, the first, which is now actually 3 weeks of entertaining tennis.
Yeah, it's been a real platform, hasn't it, to really build upon for the main draw.
And the fan week free to get in the grounds and check out the action. Some legends playing, they had some music, they had the qualifying. It's what the best players in the world. Oh, he almost made that little block up the line. Like the play. See Francis, what he's trying to do out here.
Get the legs going, come on.
See what his team has to say. Get those legs going, but I think that what he's trying to do out here is take away some of the time from Ben. He's playing a little bit closer to the line if he can in these rallies.
Let's go.
13-15.
Yeah, he's really experimented with different return positions.
He has. They sort of both have. Ben started out pretty far back. He's been mostly closer. Here he is back a little further again. Oh, beautiful forehand there. Had that nicely lined up. It's going to be a close call, but it's in.
That's it, come on.
You do see when Ben lines up further back, he's taking a couple of big hops forward, so he's making contact still pretty close to the line. It's a little bit of an illusion, really.
Okay, Tiafoe.
That was the crush and rush return.
Let's go. Play. Come on.
Didn't pay dividends for
Rigging
once.
serve, third set.
So the crush and the rush on the forehand side. I like that.
What's that? How many games till ball
Tommy
change?
Paul.
2 more games.
So we often see on the backhand side a little bit of a bunt and barge. So the crush and the rush, the bunt and the barge.
Yeah, Tommy Paul, of course, was a good exponent of that. It's that kind of play off the return.
Love that backhand when he does it in the deuce court. It's a favorite play of his. A little infusion of pace on that
15.
backhand, drawing another error on the forehand side. Big forehand's just a little off again from Shelton.
Just one ball down, I think.
Fifteen on.
Oh.
Thank you.
Some lovely feel there in the hands of Tiafoe on that volley. Like that play better than a drop shot.
15-13.
A little easier to control a drop volley like that. It was a good backhand approach. That's that Tommy Paul play we were talking about, Nick.
Yeah, Shelton's second serve in this set. He's under a lot of pressure. He's won 3 of 10 only. Feels like quite a pivotal moment in the match, this, doesn't it? Potentially, in the big picture. It's been a set that's kind of oscillated in different directions.
Both these guys showing some fortitude and mental toughness as well. Number of breaks in this set. Ooh, pretty stuff. That's the play into the backhand side, making pass.
30-14.
Yeah, not quite sure what Shelton was doing with that initial backhand slice.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You think about all those breaks of serve that we've seen in this set. It's a little bit of a tick on your ego when you're a big server, top player, to be broken like that. So you have to rebound and reset.
The approach just set up a little too much, and Shelton has paid a heavy price for it.
It's rare you see this many breaks of serve with two big servers on the court. There's a lot of tension in this match. A lot on the line, so maybe it's a little bit more understandable.
Oh, he's tagged him.
59.
Did you get him here? Did he get his racket on it? No, I don't think he got him.
Yeah. Let's take evasive action, whatever, didn't he?
He did. The throat of the racket saved him there.
Goodness me.
Pretty big overhead.
$15-13.
All right, well, Nick, do you like that drop shot there? I don't really like it. It's something that Francis was doing a lot of in the first set. I don't think it paid off.
Yeah, I just wonder as well, with the balls, this being the last game, something we were talking about, they are getting heavy, aren't they? It's pretty clear that they're slowing down a lot.
Definitely.
With the humidity. Factor all that in.
That I like. A little bigger backhand there. Nice cut at that. Got the good depth. Pinned Shelton over into that corner. Those bigger strokes. It's been a major part of Francis moving back into some control of this match.
$13-14.
Dropped the racket head, but didn't really get down with the legs there on a shot like that. Got to get a little bit lower.
Not easy volleying against the ball with so much spin, is there, either?
Approach to that forehand side. Better be ready for something coming your way. That was a big one. We've seen it several times in this match from Shelton over there.
Ben Shelton.
It's a sixth break in 8 games in this third set. Team Shelton once again out of their chairs.
Third set.
Much of a different dynamic was it, Jan, playing a fellow countryman for you when you were out there? Did you feel it, the difference? Was there a little more on it, or did it impact the sort of your approach at all?
Well, it can't impact your approach all that much. I mean, you're going to have sort of a crowd that's going to be cheering for both of you, depending on the individual. These two very well liked, and the crowd's here for them. But you really can't change up things too much. You got to go out there to get things done.
But was it a different dynamic?
Well, it depends on the individual.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a younger player, the pressure's usually on the older statesman, the older athlete. But it is a little different dynamic, I suppose.
30 love.
Different dynamic with new tennis balls, that's 100% for sure out here. Shelton making the most of them.
It's not often you see a set of tennis with this many breaks of serving with two big servers. Shows how well they've been returning, but I do think you're right, Nick. I think that the balls really do slow down. And here's the difference. Shelton also is going to grab quite a bit of confidence from breaking back again.
Oh.
40-15.
That didn't like that.
We've seen that a couple times in the Brian Shelton head shake. That's all he gets. He doesn't get too irritated. It's a lot of doubles, though.
40-13.
He's now only had one more ace than he has had doubles over the course of the 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Does he go big again?
Ben Shelton.
You bet. Shelton clings on. Chang, of course, had so much success so young in his career.
I
think it's fair to say that Ben Shelton's game and Michael Chang's game are fairly at opposite ends of the scale.
You don't see the similarities? I agree with that. That is a fair assessment, Nick. Ooh, I like that. Couple of big forehands there for Big Foe.
30 love.
Looking to impose his game out there. Those new balls, perhaps helping Francis as well. Point from 5-all, and I feel like this crowd and us up here, I think we deserve a tiebreak out of this set. Pretty close to that.
Tiafoe. 5 games over, third set.
It's a tough return to pull off. Lefty serve that kind of moves away from you.
Well, that's a tough one to get a racket on. He takes a little speed off that one out wide. A little more spin. It's pretty short in the service box as well.
Fault.
Net, second set.
Grip it and rip it. Works beautifully once again for Ben Shelton. That forehand was 107 miles an hour.
Well, the serve was 94. If that gives folks at home any kind of idea of how big that shot is.
Fault.
Yeah, Shelton.
And the new balls have facilitated 3 quick holds as we edge closer
Shelton
to
leads
the
by 6
breakup in
games
the
so
third.
far. Third set, 1 set all. Love.
3 points away from that tiebreak that I'm in the hunt for. Pretty interesting to see the different contrasts of styles of just stroke production.
30 love.
Francis, much smaller swings, especially in that backhand side. Such a compact shot that. And while the Shelton backhand a little more compact than the giant swing on the forehand and that sort of over-exaggerated slice swing that he has, it's fun to see the difference.
There's been a real shift in this set. Very much return dominated. Not the case now.
Yeah, Tiafoe.
But if you're looking for some optimism from a Tiafoe perspective, of
6
course, you'll
games
remember
all.
his tiebreak
Third set.
record last
Tiebreak.
season here. He won all 8 he played in New York last year. He's won 1 already this year, so he's on a 9-match win streak in breakers at the US Open.
Now the tennis balls will have been played with a few games, so
Thank you.
slow down maybe ever so much in this tiebreak. We might see a few more serves come back. Like that one.
1-0. Shelton.
That's a little pocket right there, right up the middle into the forehand side, where we've seen some errors from Shelton when Tiafoe's able to get some extra pop on the ball, maybe a little depth.
It stays low, doesn't it?
It
that
does,
backhand.
especially that backhand kind of slides through the court a little bit. Pretty flat delivery there.
Fault.
Yeah, of all the backhands in the men's game, there aren't too many that hit as flat as Francis's.
2-1.
A little pressure play there.
Tiafoe.
Shelton coming forward quickly and dealt with nicely from Francis. Kept that pass low, didn't go for too much. Maybe I'm wrong about the serves coming back. Those were perfect.
2. Shelton.
We've actually now had, by my calculation, 17 straight points won by the server.
Fault.
That streak has just been broken.
4-2. Shelton.
See Shelton in moments like this where he sort of changes the narrative a little bit with the way that he plays is sort of that carefree. He goes to a little bit more predictable type of tennis, puts a little extra spin on the ball, comes up with an error there from Francis, and that's, I see, that's pretty intelligent to do that out there. Big moments.
And this set has just crept over the hour mark. And may have just swung Shelton's way. Miraculous effort just to make Tiafoe play another ball here.
Shelton.
It's quite a shot. Nice feel in those hands from Francis.
Couple of slips certainly didn't help his cause. Neither did the net call, which may have diverted this. Was this going to be good?
Shelton.
Definitely. Tough point. Gritty points. There's been several gritty points in this set. Been important ones. Tiafoe not out of it yet. Well done there. Drawing the
Shelton.
arrow.
Come on, folks. These 2 points, one by one. Come on.
From a mile back.
6-4.
He's produced a stunner.
Shelton.
Look at that. That makes up for the error on the last ball.
Thank you.
What a moment. 2 set points for Shelton.
Six five. Shelton.
You don't want this one. Let's go, man.
Oh.
Six over.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it.
Yes. It's a pretty big second serve to go for there. 113 miles an hour. To go up 2 sets to 1. Well, we'll let Francis back in. Let's see how it plays out. Fourth double fault of the set, 9th of the match.
Oh.
Seven, six.
Quite extraordinary.
Tiafoe.
Concerned look on the face of Dad. It's out of his hands. Back-to-back doubles. Can Tiafoe steal the set?
Oh.
Seven all.
105 miles an hour. A forehand.
Thank you.
Pretty nice little spot he found right there in the corner, huh?
Fearless.
Unreal.
And this time he locks in a much more disciplined point in terms of its construction.
Seven.
Left the largesse to one
Shelton.
side, didn't he?
He forced Francis to change direction there a little bit uncomfortably. Got a chance here on serve. I didn't think I'd see this coming after the 2 double faults.
This tiebreak has had a bit of everything.
Sets Shelton. 7 games to 6.
Ben Shelton is 1 set away from becoming the youngest American semi-finalist at the US Open in 31 years. Tiafoe to begin the 4th.
No, 15.
And not much on that second serve, 90 miles an hour. Ben right up on the line. Another great backhand return. We were talking, Nick, about the one he hit in the tiebreak. A little out of character.
Yeah.
He's feeling pretty good about it.
Oh.
No, 13.
I feel like these breaks for the change of clothing, these kit changes that the players have, it's got to be careful you don't come back out a little flat. Important game here for Francis.
Come on. 15-13.
See that difference between 90 miles an hour, of course, the second serve, and the first point of this game, 113 miles an hour. A lot more difficult to time there on that backhand.
Oh.
Fifteen, 14.
Another triple-digit winner. I mean, that is just smoked by Tiafoe. 43rd winner of his evening.
Okay, that shot has not worked all that often today. That is the best drop shot he's hit.
30-14.
That's almost like he used the racket like a magic wand. Beautiful control from Big Foe there. 15-40 to try that. Gutsy play. Needs a first serve, only made one so far in this game, I believe. 20% for the set.
Ben Shelton.
A primal screen from Ben Shelton, who's got off to the perfect start
First game,
here in the
fourth
fourth.
set.
Stay hungry, man. Keep it up. Got nothing for you. Let's go. Stay hungry.
I really like his mom's reactions to those moments. He goes crazy. Dad's a little bit of encouragement. Seems that way. This was a little bit of what we saw in the match against Tommy Paul as well, grabbing a lot of the attention.
Fifteen love.
Oh.
15 on.
Look at that. Almost an ace.
Thirty, 15.
Yeah, Shelton's average second serve speed, we referenced it earlier on, is still above 100 miles an hour tonight. 102 he's averaging off the second.
Forty 15.
Well, that resurgence that we saw from Frances Tiafoe in the second set and into the third there, that intent that he was playing with, it seems to be lacking right now. It seems to be Shelton with the intent. Driving the narrative in this set so far.
Game Shelton. Shelton leads by 2 games to love.
Consolidates the break in good style.
Oh.
15 love.
Really lost the first serve. He's made the 1 in this set so far.
30 love.
So easy to lose that rhythm, and I just think you take too much time away from a match like this where go and change your outfit. I totally understand changing the outfit. It's humid out there. Get that, but it's easy to lose it.
40 love.
Maybe you can get it back. That's a good sign there.
Yeah, we saw Alex de Minaur last night in similar conditions really struggle. He definitely physically wilted, which is unusual for him. Underlining how tough it is.
Game Tiafoe.
It's just the game he needed, though.
Shelton leads by 2 games to
Pacey
1.
hold.
4 sets.
He sits
by
down
2
down the
sets
break
to
in the
1.
fourth. So the 20-year-old. Good position here. Serving with a break.
Well, that slice backhand is a little bit of an underrated, impressive shot. Lined up the big forehand there. Caught the back of the line there, in that forehand corner, and Frances couldn't quite recover.
30 love.
It's only his 5th main draw at a major. Let's not forget that for Ben Shelton.
There it is again, that sort of that change of pace. I think it's something that his father had said to him in one of the conversations we've listened to. You know, change with the pace a little bit. Referring to the serve, not just the serve, but also the ground strokes. Oh, wow.
Shelton. New balls, please.
Brilliant game. Where are the old balls?
Shelton
No problem
by
there.
3 games to 1, 4th set.
As we just, once again, nudge you in the direction of usopen.org. If you haven't downloaded the app, do so. Lots to see and do there. With all the post-match reaction, all the interviews. Catch up on all the news.
Right here.
It's been a significant day. Yeah, just a bit of a reference point as well, going back to Shelton only playing 5 majors. If he were to win today, he would actually, in terms of fewest attempts to reach a Grand Slam semi-final, McEnroe did it in his 2nd major. Agassi actually did it in his 5th major. Chang likewise. That's the sort of company he could be in.
Think about the kind of game that could possibly, if you want to look ahead a little bit, trouble Novak Djokovic. Novak likes a little rhythm. This could be maybe tricky for him.
Yep.
Oh.
15 off.
It's interesting, Nick. I have my theory about why he's doing so well in this sort of 3 out of 5 format. I think is just catered to his game with his sort of disruptive style and the way that he's a little bit carefree in these matches. Can even throw away a set, doesn't bother him. That's something you have to learn as a player, but don't feel like Ben Shelton has to.
Yeah, what you're saying in many ways is he can get away with fluctuations in his level.
Exactly. And you kind of can in 3 out of 5 set tennis. It's Also, remember we mentioned a couple times the points haven't been that long for the most part. There's been some longer
15.
ones. That actually helps out in matches like this where you don't have to play brutal long points all the time. And it seems to be Shelton, for the most part, against most of his opponents, that's dictating that narrative. How are these matches playing out? Well, it's sort of often on his racket.
Oh.
Again, Tiafoe.
Another game under his belt. And a break is required here.
Shelton leads by 3 games, 2-2, 4th set.
Has not let anyone down.
Oh.
Just enough blue between the ball mark.
He's only lost 1 point on serve in this set so far as Shelton.
It's all about learning in these big matches, and having played Tommy Paul out here already, and having that lead kind of disappear, and then getting through that match, I think that's going to help you in this situation.
Ben Shelton.
Yeah, I know one
Shelton
thing.
leads by
When he
4
came out of
games,
college, he was
2-2.
so animated after almost every point, wasn't he? College tennis, obviously that kind of atmosphere within college tennis, and I think that's something they just try to temper a little bit in terms of the intensity
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's still in him to be animated, but it's a lot more. Tempered's a great word. It's there, kind of under the surface, lets it out from time to time.
Good craft.
15 love.
Another successful drop shot from Francis there. Francis just reaching for some of those short balls ever so slightly. It's easy to miss them into the net. Pressing a little bit. Nice defense. Shelton clawing this ball back, keeping it low. Tough ball to put away.
Yeah, especially when you hit it as flat as that, isn't it, Jan? That's the downside to hitting it flat. You can't get the ball up and down quite as aggressively. Obviously, there's a lot of upside to the shot, but when it is low, a little more left hand sometimes is helpful.
These are some important points coming up here.
Alarm bells ringing. Francis Tiafoe on the edge.
Ben Shelton.
A rather laboured looking two-hander. And Ben Shelton has got another break. And surely now is heading for a place in the last four. When he made the last four here, beaten by Stefan Hedberg on that occasion. This has been quite the display.
Ben Shelton has just been able to make this match be on his terms today. Very nice resurgence in the second set from Tiafoe. And quite an unpredictable third set. Somebody breaks a serve, 3 breaks each. This fourth set has been all Shelton.
He has been so frugal on serve, just 2 points lost in total. He's been able to keep this man down, subdued at times.
15-30.
Seen this play a few times from Ben, just barely missing on that lob volley. Likes that. Pinches the net, comes in and hits the lob there.
Way to take your time.
Another favorite play of his, that out wide serve and sort of daring his opponent to hit that backhand up the line. Tough to do. Looking for the cross court.
Fault.
Let's go.
40-30.
Match point
Thank you.
for Ben Shelton.
Fault.
Saved in some style.
Yes.
And again, no lost cause, is there, for the left-hander?
Made an effort on that. A nice play from Francis there. That backhand has been good today.
Advantage, Shelton.
Be ready to play. He's going to hit a great return. Be ready.
That is great advice from his father. Expect the best.
Game, set, and match, Shelton.
Ben Shelton
Resets to 1,
soars
6-2.
into the US Open semi-finals.
6-2.
How fitting with his 50th winner of the evening. He takes out his fellow American, Francis Tiafoe. Pulsating, enthralling. He is one special player. Shelton moves into the last four.
Little post-match flex. Seems like we need to get used to that. Electric individual. Played this match on his terms. Played some fantastic tennis in that fourth set. Get through it pretty comfortably, 6-2.